Benchers may now take their seats. The guests may be seated.
By the powers conferred on me as the Secretary of the Honorable Body of Benchers, I call the House to order and welcome the Chairman and honorable members to this unique occasion of the March 2024 Call to Bar ceremony. May I also take the opportunity to felicitate with parents, guardians, well-wishers, and friends of the applicants here present and those viewing the live coverage of this Call to Bar ceremony. May I now, with the leave of the Chairman Body of Benchers, call on the Chairman of the Council of Legal Education to step forward to report on the state of readiness of the applicants for call. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Benchers' leave is hereby granted as prayed.
Mr. Chairman, sir, the students of the Nigerian Law School who have successfully completed their training and passed the bar finance examination conducted by the Council of Legal Education are ready for presentation to the Body of Benchers for call to the bar. May I respectfully, Mr. Chairman, seek leave to call on the Director General of the Nigerian Law School, Professor Asa Hayatu Chiroma, SAN, to present the report and to summon the applicants for call to appear before the honorable benchers.
Benchers' leave is hereby granted as prayed.
As the chairman pleases.
The Chairman of Body of Benchers, Honorable Justice Mary Peter Odili, JSC, CFR, Live Bencher. The Vice Chairman of Body of Benchers, Chief S.A. Awomolo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Live Bencher. Immediate past Chairman of Body of Benchers, Chief Wale Olanipakun, CFR, SAN, Live Bencher. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Olukayode Ariola, GCON, Live Bencher. The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, Chief Latif, Prince Latif Olasukami Fagbemi, SAN, Live Bencher, past Chairman of Body of Benchers, the Chairman of Council of Legal Education, Chief Emeka Ngige, OFR, SAN, DSSRS, distinguished and honorable members of Body of Benchers, honorable justices and Grand Cadis here present, the President of Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Yakubu Chinoko Michael, OON, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, members of Inner and Outer Bar, distinguished senators here present, honorable members of Federal House of Representatives, National Security Advisor, honorable the High Commissioner to the Republic of the Gambia here present, executive governors here present, our royal fathers, proud parents, guardians, and relations, ladies and gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to welcome you all to this solemn and memorable ceremony for the admission to the Nigerian Bar of successful candidates at the November 2023 Bar Final Examination, conducted by the Nigerian Law School under the supervision of Council of Legal Education. I sincerely and heartily congratulate all the successful candidates for their hard work and dedication, the joyous reason of our presence here today. To all the proud parents and relations, I convey warm felicitations on the remarkable success of these candidates, who in a short time will become the new wigs of the Nigerian Bar and proud members of our noble profession. Let me now, on behalf of the Council of Legal Education, management, staff, and students of Nigerian Law School, invite you all to share in the success and joy of these candidates we are here celebrating today. No doubt, the new learning skills, knowledge acquired and expressed by our soon-to-become new weeks bring great joy to the entire Nigerian Law School community. Security concerns. Recall that in my address to the distinguished body of benchers at the July 2022 call to the bar ceremony, where I raised the case of heightened security in our dear country, especially around the host city of our headquarters and campuses. I am also to bring to our attention that we have continued to witness the occurrence of these orchestrated fears and rumors of imminent attacks on the Nigerian Law School, headquarters Buhari, and its environs. However, adequate safeguards for all the campuses, and especially here in Buhari, have been fully deployed and reinforced by the glory of God. We thank and appreciate the efforts of the federal government of Nigeria, led by His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Honorable Minister of FCT, His Excellency Nelson Wike, and all security agencies for their invaluable concern and support to the Nigerian Law School. May Almighty God continue to pray for all of us. Amen. Establishment of the Council of Legal Education and Nigerian Law School. The Council of Legal Education was established by Legal Education Act 1962 to provide vocational training for all graduates aspiring for the call to Nigerian bar. The Nigerian Law School, which is the training arm of the Council of Legal Education, is a multi-campus institution with headquarters in Abuja and campuses in Lagos, Enugu, Kano, Yenagoa, Yola, and Port Harcourt. From these 7 locations, we now train over 7,000 students annually. Continued progress at the Nigerian Law School. As reported previously, we have continued to leverage from the achievements of our past teachers and leaders. Today, the Nigerian Law School has had to sustain its enviable growth and development for 6 decades, to the admiration of many. The importance of the Nigerian Law School in manpower training and development for our country cannot be overemphasized, particularly in aspect of administration of justice and sustenance of rule of law. It is crystal clear that from inception, the Nigerian Law School has sole responsibility for the vocational and practical training of university law graduates for admission to the Nigerian bar. From its humble beginning in 1968 with 8 students at its block campus at 213A, Iboshere, Lagos, the Nigerian Law School has grown to a 7-campus institution spread across the country with yearly intake of over 7,000 students. This is a testimony to healthy astronomical growth, not only of the institution, but also legal profession. In 60 years of its existence, the Nigerian Law School has had uninterrupted session, as there has never been any incident of closure of the institution on account of students' unrest, strike action by staff, or for any other reason. The Nigerian Law School has contributed to the training of an entire arm of government, that's the judiciary. It is a tribute to the school that all judges of various courts of record, including the Chief Justice of Nigeria, are products of Nigerian Law School. Likewise, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, all states' attorneys general and commissioners of justice, law officers serving in their chambers are all products of the Nigerian Law School. It is also significant to note that a large number of members of other tiers of government in the country are products of Nigerian Law School. The school has also contributed to training of legal manpower of our sister African countries like the Republic of the Gambia, the Republic of Sierra Leone, and the Republic of Cameroon. A number of countries from East and West Africa have visited the law school to solicit information and assistance on the establishment and development of the law school in their various countries. The products of the school have commanding presence in other spheres of public and private, such as military, the police, customs, immigration, oil and gas sector, banking and finance, insurance, and the corporate world in general. So, as well as professors, lecturers in the university and other tertiary institutions. Some of these products have achieved profound feat on getting to the top of their career nationally and across the borders. Report of academic excellence and fiscal infrastructure development at the Nigerian Law School. The Nigerian Law School under our watch has witnessed more positive transformation in the area of academic, robust administrative and fiscal infrastructure development, again, and of course, building on the past achievements and legacies. Recently, we have adopted and improved best practice for our teaching and learning programs at Nigerian Law School. The outcome is shown in the excellent results and grades of the candidates at the bar final examinations. The Nigerian Law School headquarters and campuses have equally witnessed in the period under review new constructions, renovations, and remodeling of many structures and buildings which hitherto continue to suffer serious neglect on account of poor budgetary provisions. It is no more news that we have achieved and still making difference, largely due to prudent use of very lean resources at our disposal, and through the gracious intervention and of good-spirited individuals and organizations and other concerned stakeholders. I've listed some of the specific and ongoing projects we listed this year that all the campuses of Nigerian Law School have gotten one project or the other from the federal government. We thank you, Honorable Attorney General of the Federal Minister of Justice. Let me use this medium to thank and appreciate the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, the government and good people of Adamawa State, Rivers, Ebonyi, Enugu states, and other benefactors for their kind intervention and firm belief in the Nigerian Law School Renewal Project. May God continue to reward all of your kind interventions and assistance. Distinguished Chairman of Body of Benchers, I'm happy to report and put on record the latest intervention to the Nigerian Law School. May I ask, with your kind permission, the representative of Chief Femi Odetola and Aliko Dangote to stand up for recognition. Chief Odetola, who has agreed to build a staff quarters in Nigerian Law School Lagos campus, which has not happened in the last 60 years. Aliko Dangote also has agreed to build students' hostel in Kano campus of Nigerian Law School. So also the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, who has agreed to build staff quarters in Abuja campus, so also provide official vehicles to the Nigerian Law School. These interventions are coming at a critical phase of our development period, where there is an astronomical increase in number of applicants into Nigerian Law School. Words are not enough to thank you for your intervention in the Nigerian Law School. We urge others to follow your footsteps. Proposed Diamond Jubilee ceremony of the Nigerian Law School. To the glory of God, our premier and only institution which has the sole mandate of vocational training of law graduates in Nigeria has turned 60. You will agree with us that this is a great feat and calls for celebration. Pass one to the above, the Council of Legal Education has proposed a Diamond Jubilee celebration and constituted relevant committees to professionally mark these great achievements. Details of these activities with programs as well as invitations will be communicated to you shortly. We kindly request members of this distinguished profession, state governors, parents, guardians, friends of Nigerian Law School, and other good people to support the Nigerian Law School while celebrating the 60th anniversary. We look forward to your generous support to the Nigerian Law School. You may wish to donate a building, buy books or computers for the library, provide a borehole, buy a generator set, install solar system, or any project of your choice. Distinguished Chairman, presentation of the November 2023 bar final examination results, general performance. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished members of Body of Benchers, I will be presenting to this call a total of 4,412 candidates who were successful at the 2023 bar final examination, as well as 14 candidates from previous calls. I am happy to report on the good performance recorded by the candidates, as seen in the executive summary below. Outstanding general performance. Total number of students who participated in the examination were 5,300 candidates. Total number of successful candidates, 4,412. The Nigerian Law School is proudly happy to report that a total number of 251 candidates bagged first-class grades in the last bar final examination. This is indeed outstanding, excellent performance, and of course, unprecedented in the history of Nigerian Law School. The figures translated to 83.3 success at the bar final examination. I wish to assure all of you that we shall remain the gatekeepers of our noble profession. As teachers and administrators, we will continue to uphold the standards and integrity of the bar. To the new weeks, I sincerely congratulate our candidates for call to the bar today. I also felicitate with their parents, guardians, and relations on being part of this memorable and auspicious occasion. No doubt today is a day of great joy for you all, having come this far in realizing your dreams of becoming members of this noble profession of law. My prayer for you all is that the Almighty God will grant you all rewarding career at the bar. I enjoin you to make the best of the legal profession, since it is your own free will to belong to it. You must also ensure strict adherence to its norms and ethics. We wish you the best for the future. Sincere appreciation. May I at this time respectfully seek the leave of Mr. Chairman and distinguished members of Body of Benchers to thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Sir Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and our supervisory ministry, the Federal Ministry of Justice, headed by the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation Minister of Justice, Prince Latif Olusokan Fagbemi, SAN Live Bencher, for the support always given to us as an institution. I must also place on record the support and assistance of the Solicitor General of the Federation Permanent Secretary Minister of Justice, Mrs. Beatrice J.D. Agba. I also wish to thank the chairman and members of the Council of Legal Education, our parents' body, for their support and guidance at all times. The same appreciation goes to the chairman and members of Body of Benchers for their constant support and encouragement. I must also mention the Secretariat of the Distinguished Body of Benchers, headed by his Secretary, Daniel M. Taylor Esquire, for their cooperation with us at all times. Finally, with all sense of duty and responsibility, I wish to commend the excellent work ethics of the academic and administrative staff of the Nigerian Law School, who work tirelessly, and most times beyond call to duty, to ensure the task of producing the legal manpower needs of our country is sufficiently attained. Affirmation of learning and character. Distinguished Chairman of Body of Benchers, distinguished members of Body of Benchers, may I now present to you the aspirants here assembled this morning for the call to the Nigerian Bar. They wish to and are eligible to become members of this learned and noble profession of law. They have successfully completed the vocational training at the Nigerian Law School as prescribed by the Legal Education Act. They have all taken the prescribed examinations as well as dining terms and met all other required conditions set by the Council of Legal Education. I am happy to affirm that they all exhibited good manners and decorum during their training. They have also been groomed in the best ethics and ethos of our noble profession. Together with other academics and administrative members of the staff of Nigerian Law School, I have closely monitored these aspirants during their training. I vouch for each and every one of them as men and women of learning and character, as demanded by your august body. Similarly, the screening committee of the Distinguished Body of Benchers has carefully perused the records of each of the aspirants and found them worthy to be presented for call to the Nigerian Bar. I attest that they are fit and proper persons for call and admission to the Nigerian Bar. Mr. Chairman, sir, may I respectfully and in my own honor present to the Distinguished Body of Benchers the following applicants who are assembled here today from the total list of qualified applicants and those from the previous call here present for call to the bar at this ceremony. Thank you for this privilege and God bless. Thank you, Chairman.
By the powers conferred on the Body of Benchers by Section 3.1 of the Legal Practitioners Act, and by the powers conferred on me as Chairman of the Body of Benchers by Regulation 16 of the Body of Benchers Regulation 1983, I hereby admit each and every one of the 4,426 applicants herein present severally to the bar as barristers and solicitors. You may now put on your wigs. There.
Silence, please. Silence. Mr. Chairman, sir, may I respectfully invite you to deliver your address and your charge to the new weeks. Mr. Chairman, sir.
My learned friends, you may be seated. The Vice Chairman, Body of Benchers, Chief Adegboyega Awomola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Life Bencher, past Chairman of the Body of Benchers here present, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the Honorable Justice Olukayode Ariwola, GCON, former Chief Justices of Nigeria here present, President, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef O. Fagbemi, SAN, Life Bencher, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Chief Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, CON, Life Bencher, distinguished Life Benchers, and members of the Body of Benchers, the Chairman, Council of Legal Education, Chief Emeka Ngige, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the President of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Y.C. Mekiao, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Honorable Judges and Cadis, distinguished and honorable members of the National Assembly here present, members of the Inner and Outer Bar, Your Royal Highnesses, the new weeks, proud parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the bar, of the press. I have the honor and privilege to address you all on this momentous occasion of the March 2024 Call to Bar ceremony. As the chairman of the Body of Benchers, I am grateful to Almighty God who has graciously made this happy day a reality. On behalf of the Body of Benchers and the entire legal profession, I applaud and celebrate our brand new weeks, whose success today is a testimony of their determination, academic excellence, and good character. You have gone through the period of purification and now pure as gold. I pray that God, who has brought you thus far, will make your journey in the legal profession fruitful and successful. I extend my congratulations to the Council of Legal Education under the chairmanship of Chief Emeka Ngige, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for its positive policy directives and quest to ensure quality legal education in Nigeria. In the same vein, I also applaud the entire faculty of the Nigerian Law School under the able leadership of the Director General, Professor Issa Hayetu Chiroma, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for their dedication over the years towards inculcating practical knowledge and molding fit and proper candidates for the call to bar. To the proud parents and guardians, I congratulate you all. Your efforts have not been in vain, as today marks a climax in your struggles towards providing sound education for your children and wards. I sincerely share in your joy today and urge you to continue to show your support and pray for the new weeks to succeed. I must sincerely recognize the individual and collective role members of the Body of Benchers play in upholding the ethics and ethos of our profession, the body will continue to play this very important role as the body with the highest distinction within the legal profession. There are so many opportunities available within the profession. Therefore, make wise use of every opportunity you have. Always remember all you were taught and put same into practice. The profession you now belong to is the most noble of all, a profession where everybody is somebody. You must therefore be seen as living above board. The expectations as you have acquired, you must not disappoint all those who look up to you from today. It is your free will, and so I presume, to belong to the noble profession. Therefore, you must always abide by the rules and regulations guiding the profession. You have been called to the bar in a very important historic period in the legal profession in Nigeria, a period when the good, the bad, and the ugly are all operating at the same time and in the same space. The good, to the extent that the Supreme Court now has the full complement of justices required to man the court. The good, to the extent that the welfare of judicial officers is being taken seriously, and the body of benches alongside other relevant bodies championing the process. I have read in the papers about the increased funding of the judiciary, which is a positive development. I hope it will be backed by adequate release of funds as and when due. It is a bad period in the sense that the judiciary is being bashed and public confidence in the legal system is dwindling, occasioned by incessant conflicting judgments by our courts and flagrant indiscipline among lawyers. In order to address this vexed issue of conflicting judgments, the body of benchers has constituted a committee made up of ranking members of the profession to come up with the best possible ways of addressing the concerns. When the committee completes its assignment and presents its report to the body of benchers, it will, upon consideration and approval, be forwarded to the relevant bodies for implementation. To our newly admitted colleagues, it is appropriate for me to remind you of some salient truths about the profession that you have entered. The noblest and only learned profession of law is known for its sanctity, integrity, honesty, objectivity, and respect for the rule of law. I therefore implore you, as learned friends, to demonstrate the highest level of professional ethics and decorum wherever you find yourself, and steadfastly preserve the honor and dignity of the profession. Duty of counsel. Your role as lawyers and impute in ensuring that this noble legal profession lives true to its reputation cannot be overemphasized. My advice to you is that as you have joined the honorable profession, one would expect you to behave with honor and dignity at all times. You have been adjudged to be fit and proper persons to be admitted to the bar, and you must show this to be true in your dealings with colleagues, clients, and the courts. I urge you to endeavor to always adhere to the rules of professional conduct for legal practitioners 2023, which is a holistic guide to all legal practitioners. For the sake of emphasis, permit me to briefly highlight some pertinent rules you must adhere to. A, honesty, accountability. Honesty, as the saying goes, is the best policy. A lawyer must be honest in his or her affairs, especially when it relates to advising clients and dealing with clients' money. Rule 23 sub 2 of the Rules of Professional Conduct for Legal Practitioners 2023 states, quote, where a lawyer collects money for his client or is in a position to deliver property on behalf of his client, he shall promptly report and account for it, and shall not mix such money or property with or use it as his own, unquote. This is a very vital provision and is one of the major cases filed before the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee. 2. Relations with the courts. Rule 30 of the Rules of Professional Conduct, supra, states that, quote, a lawyer is an officer of the court, and accordingly, he shall not do any act or conduct himself in any manner that may obstruct, delay, or adversely affect the administration of justice, unquote. The rules prohibit a lawyer from misleading a court. In fact, the rules encourage a lawyer to disclose to the court any legal authority in the jurisdiction known to him to be directly adverse to the position of his client and which is not disclosed by the opposing lawyer. C. Dress code. Your noble appearance today is not merely ceremonial or just for taking pictures, but has become part of your life as lawyers, as you very well know. Rule 45(1) of the Rules of Professional Conduct states, quote, except with the permission of the court, a lawyer appearing before a high court, the Court of Appeal, or the Supreme Court shall do so in his robes, and of course with the wig. Instances of young lawyers not adhering to the prescribed dress code is becoming an issue of concern, and I encourage you to strive to change the narrative. D. Media trial. One of the issues plaguing our dear profession in recent times is the contentious and polarizing spectacle of media trial. The negative resultant effect of media trial is prejudgment, which can erode the foundational pillar of an individual's right to a fair and unbiased trial. Lawyers who engage in media trial sway public opinion and potentially skew the trajectory of justice, sometimes turning the people against the courts. It is unethical for lawyers to be addressing the media when fully robed, particularly after court sitting, as we have seen in recent times. For the avoidance of doubt, it is unethical for a lawyer to address the press on matters that are pending in court. Rule 33 of the Rules of Professional Conduct states, quote, a lawyer or law firm engaged in or associated with the prosecution or defense of a criminal matter or associated with a civil action shall not, while litigation is anticipated or pending in the matter, make or participate in making any extrajudicial statement that is calculated to prejudice or interfere with or is reasonably capable of prejudicing or interfering with the fair trial of the matter or the judgment or sentence thereon, unquote. It is therefore unethical for lawyers to be discussing and arriving at conclusions on matters pending before the court. It is against the rules for lawyers to engage in advertisement, touting, and publicity. The rules of professional conduct for legal practitioners are unambiguous on these issues and are stated in very clear, simple terms. Therefore, you are not to engage in soliciting professional employment by circulars, advertisements, through touts, or by personal communications or interviews. This does not stop you from using complimentary cards. Likewise, the idea of charge and bail lawyers is not acceptable and amounts to unethical conduct on the part of the lawyer. I urge you all to imbibe the provisions of the Rules of Professional Conduct and adhere strictly thereto, bearing in mind that this august body, which has admitted you to bar, is also vested with the power to discipline you through its Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee whenever you are in default. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Pupillage. My advice to young lawyers is always not to rush off to start up legal practice on their own. I have always maintained that pupillage is a fulcrum of the development of our noble profession. And I will urge you to toe that line. Undergoing pupillage with a senior colleague will afford you the opportunity to master the practice and intricate nature of law practice, as your degrees may fail you at some time or point. Your time of pupillage will also serve as a learning avenue of the ethics of the legal profession, law office management, and concepts such as seniority in the bar. In the same vein, with pupillage is mentorship, which is a major contributing factor to all successful lawyers today. Mentoring cannot be overlooked in seeking a solution to the falling standard experienced today in our profession. The body of benchers, in its wisdom, commenced a mentoring program for all young lawyers, 0 to 7 years. That is from your time today to those who are up to 7 years, from now to those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years post-call. Let me use this medium to congratulate the members of the body of benchers and young lawyers who participated in the maiden edition of the program for the successes recorded. The second edition of the program is billed to commence sometime in June 2024, and I enjoin all the new weeks today to actively participate in the forthcoming mentoring program, amongst others. Remuneration. The welfare and remuneration of lawyers, especially young lawyers, should be critically looked into, especially in view of the current economic realities. Young lawyers in private practice are practically left to fend for themselves, as their take-home pay is so poor that it can barely take care of their basic needs. I would like to use this medium to call for an urgent upscale review of the remuneration of lawyers. I am aware that efforts are being made to improve on the welfare and remuneration of judicial officers. It is my humble opinion that this good initiative should also be extended to members of the bar. Once again, on behalf of the body of benchers, I congratulate all of you for bringing honor to yourselves, your relatives and friends, some of whom are gathered here to witness the ceremony of your call to bar. May the Almighty God guard and guide you to uphold the honor and dignity of the legal profession in Nigeria and throughout the world of jurisprudence. I cannot conclude this speech without acknowledging the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the Honorable Justice Olukayode Ariwola, GCON, for the leadership drive his lordship is providing the judiciary. In the same vein, I commend the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef O. Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for steps taken towards improving the justice sector in line with global best practices. Similarly, special thanks go to the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Chief Ezenwa Onyesomwike, CON, for heeding our clarion call on him to complete the road network around the body of benchers complex. Chairman's charge to new legal practitioners. In time-honored tradition, I hereby close with the chairman's charge to our newly called legal practitioners. I hope you are all upstanding. You may now go forth in your new weeks from this day forward to serve Nigeria and serve humanity in justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will. You may resume your seat. I thank you all, and may God be with you and return us all safe to our various destinations.
By the order of the body of benchers, I now declare this call to bar ceremony closed. All the new weeks are advised to ensure that they collect their call to bar certificate before leaving this auditorium. The new weeks are further reminded that they are supposed to go to the Supreme Court for enrollment after the call. The order of recess after the national anthem shall be as follows: the chairman and members of the body of benchers first, followed by the academic and professional staff of the Nigerian Law School, invited guests, and the new weeks last. Thank you, and God bless you all. Shall we rise for the national anthem, please?